presentation of Houston Rockets basketball. Your front row seat to the Rockets and Astros.
From the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Space City Home Network presents Houston Rockets basketball. Tonight, the red-hot 8-3 Rockets look to get another win, this time against the 7-6 Orlando Magic. Good evening and welcome into our coverage of Rockets basketball, as always, right here on Space City Home Network with Ryan Hollins. I am Craig Ackerman. Vanessa Richardson will join us here shortly. The Rockets are now winners of 8 of their last 9 games, Ryan. They just blew out the Blazers. In fact, they dropped a season-high 140 on the Portland Trailblazers the other night. Unfortunately, they did lose Tari Eason to injury. Coming up in a little bit, Vanessa Richardson will have more on that. But look, the Rockets still have the best offense in the NBA, and so ultimately, in your opinion, what do you think the secret sauce is?
Well, here's the biggest thing. You have an unbelievable roster, but we had a group that had to stop turning the basketball over. And boy, did they change that quickly. And Portland was one of the best that we talked about last game in turning you over. And Houston had less than 10 turnovers for the game, which is absolutely spectacular. But you have a group that's believing, they're selfless. It starts with Kevin Durant, it starts with Alperen Şengün, and it's been fun basketball to watch.
I've got 3 words for you: sizzling, dominant, balanced. You can describe the Rockets that way. You can describe Alperen Şengün that way. He almost triple-doubled against Portland, and you combine that stat line along with the fact that he made 4 threes. That's never been done before in NBA history.
It's unbelievable. There's so many good things going on. But for Alperen Şengün, you know, we have fun calling him a center. He may start at center or start at forward for the Houston Rockets, but he's a ball player. You think about that Milwaukee game, he brought the ball up the floor and hit clutch baskets. You post him up, he works to the top of the key, you put him anywhere on the floor and he makes magic happen. So he's been fun to watch. I love the comfortability that he has playing the game. And again, when he has the ball, his teammates understand to move and cut behind him. But he has been growing into his own this season. And he's one of the best players, not just best centers, one of the best players in the entire NBA.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of the most versatile players in the league. Now, the Rockets are taking on the Magic here tonight. They have recovered from a slow start to the season. Now, Paolo Banchero and Jalen Suggs are both out for them with some groin issues, but they still have a lot of top-end talent. Franz Wagner, and they also picked up Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies.
Craig, we saw it when he was in Memphis. You know, if he doesn't have anybody, he's good enough to lead a team. And the thing about Desmond Bane is he's got deep range. When he crosses half court, you've got to find him. He can run pick and roll. He's worked on his handles, and he's a dog, man. This guy loves to get out and compete, and he's the piece that the Magic needed. Now, obviously, there's chemistry to be added, but you got to look out for this young man tonight. Pick him up across half court, and the bigs have to be high in their shows, ready to contest and compete.
Yeah, watch out for him. That shooting number is a little bit low to start the season, but he can heat up in a hurry. Now, Fred VanVleet got hurt, next man up. Tari Eason just got hurt, next man up. And that's the mentality that Vanessa will key on next as you're watching the Houston Rockets right here on Space City Home Network. Basketball on Space City Home Network is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Rockets. And by Whataburger, your favorite burger whenever you want it. Whataburger is open 24/7, just like you like it.
We welcome you back to Houston, where the Houston Rockets are getting ready to take on the Orlando Magic. Hi, everybody. I'm Vanessa Richardson, and I do come bearing an injury update. Tari Eason will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a strained oblique, per head coach Ime Udoka. Tari has obviously been having a great season, and the injury happened in that win against Portland. Eason awkwardly collided with Drew Holiday. As far as who will absorb Tari's minutes, Ime tells me it's going to be situational on a game-by-game basis. He said last game, Aaron Holiday came in ready. He's always prepared and professional. Jayshawn Tate got more run a few games ago, and J.D. Davison has been great for us. So there is not one solid plan. It is matchup-based and game-by-game. The Rockets are going to need more from everybody, including Jabari Smith Jr., who had an excellent 22-point game against Portland. He's scoring a career high at nearly 15 points a game. He and the Houston Rockets look to make it 4 wins in a row, and it is all coming your way on Space City Home Network.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center for the finale of this 3-game homestand with Ryan Hollins and Vanessa Richardson. I am Craig Ackerman. The Rockets have won 3 straight and 8 of 9. The Magic, they have won 3 in a row as well. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup, shall we? For the Rockets, the usual 5: Okogie, Thompson, Şengün, Smith, and Kevin Durant. On the other side, for the Orlando Magic, both Banchero and Suggs are out with some groin injuries, so the 3rd start for Black, the 2nd start of the season for De Silva, joined by Wagner, Carter, and Desmond Bane. Again, 2 teams that have won 3 in a row entering play tonight. How are the Rockets going to get their 4th line? It's time for our keys of the game, presented by Toyota.
First off, turnovers. You're going to have to prepare for how good Alperen Şengün and Kevin Durant have played, for them to be trapped and possibly, once they reach half court, in the paint war. Orlando is still a physical team. I played for Jamal Mosley. I know the toughness mentality that he has and what he's preaching to his Magic in the locker room, and pushed the pace. The other night, the Rockets went from good to great to absolutely dynamic in transition, and it opened up their offense. As we talked about the double teams and the trapping, you can't do that when the ball is getting up and down the floor fast enough.
One other thing to keep an eye on here tonight, the Rockets still the league's best 3-point shooting team. Orlando allows the fewest 3-point attempts per game. Now, right with them were the Portland Trailblazers, and that didn't seem to bother the Rockets the other night as they got up 45 threes, which is a lot for them this season, and made 17 for the 2nd consecutive game. The Magic have it to start. Last of this 3-game homestand, Rockets looking to head to Cleveland with another win. And the first shot of the game is a miss. Now this Orlando team, like the Rockets, they crash the offensive glass.
Yeah, Wendell Carter, he's a big body inside.
They are missing, obviously, a big body in Banchero. That got deflected by Anthony Black, who's stepping in for the injured Jalen Suggs.
And when Orlando's at their best, you know, they're bringing the physical, the physicality, the second effort plays, the hustle plays, so that's going to be a huge stat.
Şengün on Carter, the Flamingo. That's how things started off the other night against the Blazers, and things ultimately went well for the Rockets. And Şengün, I like the fact that he started the game off with the Flamingo again.
Yeah, his touch is improved so much this season. You saw him knocking down the threes, but even from the mid-range.
And Carter is shooting a career high from 3 this season. You just saw it there, 44%.
And you see the work he's put in the offseason to improve that shot.
The mechanics look really good.
Yes, it did. It's a big guy shooting it, too.
Yep. Desmond Bane, good defense there on Thompson. Kept him away from the rim and forced an awkward angle shot. Here's Bane downhill, challenges Durant. Of course, Desmond Bane, when he was in Memphis, always played well against the Rockets. Durant a little slow to get up, will just now join his teammates. Coming into the picture right now.
And you see Carter getting up and trying to challenge. There's no double team so far.
Oh, the fadeaway Flamingo.
I don't know if I've seen Alperen take those shots. I mean, that was amazing defense from Carter.
Wagner downhill. This guy is a restricted area monster.
Yeah, he's good. He's got huge size. He's got nimble feet and a great handle, man. They can run a lot of offense through Wagner.
23 points per game for him. Orlando, a much improved offensive team. Durant gets it back, and they're going to call him for a wall.
Yeah, but early, you see it, Craig. We talked about it, the physicality that Orlando's looking to play with. And look at Alp. I mean, this is tough as it gets. Spin, fade over your right-hand shoulder to the baseline. Is that Hakeem? No, that's Alperen Şengün.
2 for 2 coming off that fantastic game against Portland. Again, as you saw in the open, his overall stat line combined with the 4 made threes, never been done before. Nearly triple-double, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 1 made 3 off of a career-high tying 5, and that's a walk for Houston, and the Magic decided to give the Rockets a walk right back.
And again, when playing Orlando, get back in transition. We see Jamal Mosley there, good friend of mine, played under him over in Cleveland with Coach Byron Scott, and just so happy for his success and well-deserved.
Back-to-back first-round exits, though, for the Magic. Amen Thompson challenges Carter, went straight up and down, and then Amen goes toppling over a photog there along the baseline. Needs some help, gets helped up by Alperen Şengün.
Logan Riley there, the Rockets lead photographer. Took a bit of a spill, man. That's a big guy coming over to you. Craig, how about this? I think, hopefully that ankle's okay.
Rockets still have the ball. Hammond appears to be moving all right. Here's Durant working baseline on Carter. He'll pull up. Wagner into the paint. Scores, just ran it up over the top of Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah, man, you're right, Craig. His touch is unbelievable. And again, you know, ideally you'd like to make a stand earlier and not let him get so low into the paint.
Wagner's also shot it much better from 3 this year, which is what the Magic need. Here's Jabari. De Silva plays him real well, but he's still able to whirl and score.
Absolutely, you know, good defense, better offense right there for Jabari, and see that high release. But man, you can tell by the Magic's body language, man, they are locked in so far.
And there goes Wagner again. Felt some contact, threw up the shot, and this is what Orlando does very well. Let's get to the free throw line and draw fouls.
Craig, watch this. You know, he's been watching a lot of Durant practicing with him, and yes, that's good defense, but if he keeps the ball high, you can't block it or do anything with it. Great job from Jabari.
So Wagner at the stripe, and now it's time for our Taco Bell take. As he makes the first free throw. See some of your statistical comparisons between these two teams coming in. Rockets still the league's best three-point shooting team. Both teams are very good on the offensive glass, and as a result, second chance points. And as I was mentioning, when Wagner drew that foul, Orlando draws more fouls, or draws fouls as well as anybody in the sport. They get fouled about 25 times per game, which is the most in the league. They attempt more free throws than anybody in the league at about 32 a game. The Rockets do a great job of keeping teams off the foul line, so that's something to keep an eye on tonight as Şengün loses the handle. Here's Wagner to Bane.
Greg, I know it's a 4-point game, was just a 2-point game, but I don't like what I've seen. Orlando has all the energy, they're prepared, and you know, Houston just looks a little slow right now. Keep in mind your spark plug, Tari Eason's out.
Şengün misses this time for the baseline, thought he got fouled. De Silva had a terrific game in their last game. They come from behind, win over the Nets. That's way off for Carter. Picked up is Thompson by Thompson. Spins it ahead to Smith. Straight up and down, Wendell Carter Jr. Twice he's really defended. Well, Rockets have looked to take a lot of shots on him already to start this game, and he's defended pretty well now twice in a row.
And the 2 shots from Şengün were high difficulty.
That bounces off for De Silva. They were down by as many as 16 points in their cup game against Brooklyn, and they came back to win. That is blocked by Black. Here comes De Silva, and he's able to run it up and in.
Be surprised if Ime sees one more thing. You would imagine the timeout's coming soon, if not right now.
De Silva had 22 points a season high.
Look at the physical
rebounds, and yeah, I mean, as we've discussed before, as Okogie got dropped by Bane, Desmond Bane, there's not many days that he misses in the weight room.
I mean, this isn't basketball. Look at this. It's not basketball there. Referee's going to have to keep an eye on Bane, but again, you knew they were going to come with physicality, man. He's not even looking to make a play there.
And we have a timeout with the Magic currently doubling up the Houston Rockets 12-6. They're 5 of their first 9, the Magic are, here on the road trying to win their 4th in a row.
Phoenix, how about this stat? Most points per game through their first 11 games with the franchise. Kevin Durant is now on that list with Elvin Hayes, James Harden, Christian Wood, and Kevin Martin. Craig and Ryan, as you both know, the Rockets really needed that consistent shooter. They went out and got the consistent shooter. He has been great for this team, the young guys, and he's been wonderful to work with.
No question about that. See most 30-point games after turning the age of 35. Kevin Durant on a select and really impressive list. All Hall of Famers that you see there. He's averaging 28 a game on 60% shooting over the last 3 games. One of the most efficient and most consistent and electric scorers the league has ever seen. Good hands by Wagner. All. Was it a foul? Was it out of bounds off of Orlando?
Late whistle.
Was a late whistle. Looked like it surprised a lot of people out there. having a conversation about
I
it.
feel like even though it's poor spacing, it's going to stay here, but the feeder has to cut through, get out of the lap of Kevin Durant, and you give him a chance where he can not just go baseline, but go middle. Got to work on that spacing.
25 a game this season for Durant, 51% for the floor, 43% from three. Şengün, Thompson with the tap, and Bane tracks it back down.
Houston getting nothing to the rim right now in this game.
Black plays with a lot of energy, has great size at the point. Now to Wagner. Got some space and launches the three and got the bounce. All Orlando to start this one.
Here's the thing with Houston, you know, when you get a player like Kevin Durant and you're playing well, you are the hunted now. There's difference. If you don't come out ready, man, it's going to be a long game.
8 straight for the Magic. Mentioned Wagner's improved three-point shooting, 35.5%. Şengün with the right hand ends that 8-0 run by Orlando. Wagner, previous couple seasons, just 29% from three. They just need Desmond Bane to kind of get back to his usual self shooting threes. He's the guy that's really struggled. Him and Tyus Jones from the three-point line.
Well, the mindset why they gave up the whole house to go out and get Bane is that, you know, he can stretch the floor. He provides shooting.
Good move. Wendell Carter. He's had a very consistent, solid professional career. And again, his shooting numbers this season, the best he's ever put up in the NBA, both from the floor and from three. They're 7 for 11. The Rockets 4 of 11. Durant over Wagner. Elbow jumper goes down.
How about that? You liked it. Houston needed a bucket. He was going to run pick and roll. Kevin Durant said, hold on, man. Let me go one-on-one and get a bucket. Let's see if you can respond here defensively, though.
Well, the Rockets are very good in ISOs, namely because of guys like Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün. Carter, another three, his second.
I guess safe to say he's been blue hot, right?
Yeah.
You can see the energy that he has. And think about the last game when Orlando came to Houston. They lost that game badly, and he struggled to shoot. I mean, Ime wasn't even guarding him, if you remember.
Or Şengün doing a tough shot, another one. Rebound Orlando, here comes Black, slips by Smith, comes into the paint, and is able to flip it underneath his arm and off in the window for 2 more. So again, the Magic, they look terrific to start this one.
Somebody's got to stop the ball, and Ime going to rely on Steven and Reed to see if he can get this group going. Definitely needs Steven's physicality.
They're up 12, make it up 10.
Look, man, Rockets are going to get right out of this building. You know, Orlando's a good team. Maybe they don't look as great as you assume on film, but they're a physical group.
They started 1-4, dealing with some injuries. They dealt with a lot of injuries last season after a fantastic start to the year. Wagner spinning, missed everything. And then Thompson will push. 3 guys behind the ball, driving kick. Şengün got chucked by Carter and then had the ball stripped away by him. Magic will attack. Wagner from De Silva for 3.
Everything going the Magic way. And maybe Şengün did get hit on that play. I couldn't tell. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better play through it because there's a lot of grabbing and hold that is not getting called so far.
Dominant start for Orlando. Into Şengün. Spun over the other shoulder now. Stays with the play. Gets the rebound. They find Smith. Quick release. The 3 is off. He gets his own rebound. Now to Durant into the lane. And we have a foul out on the perimeter off on KD by Carter Jr. As the Rockets and Magic both make some substitutions here. Steven Adams in for the Rockets, as is Reed Shepherd and Aaron Holiday. So 3 in, 3 out. The Magic with some changes as well. Goga Bitadze has checked in for them, as has Jet Howard, son of Juwan Howard, former Rocket, former Michigan coach, currently an assistant with the Nets. Durant, and took it right to Bitadze, who is a very good shot blocker.
And without Carter, you have a chance to definitely win the physicality battle with Steven Adams in.
Rockets have some work to do. Wagner pulling back on Jabari. He's already gotten up 6 shots, just his second miss.
Yeah, but good job forcing him. That's the shot you want from Wagner.
Durant out high. Step on Batase off the window.
Yeah, Jamal Mosley's had enough. He could see Houston starting to get comfortable again.
Yeah, a little bit more of a rhythm because Durant's starting to heat up. He's had back-to-back 16-point first quarters. He has 6 now. Little backdoor cut. The dunk for Jabari. The Rockets were down 13. All right, here's our power play presented by Xfinity, and a trip down memory lane, and what a memory it was and still is, as the Rockets ended up sweeping the Orlando Magic in the '95 NBA Finals, their second straight championship. City of Houston was just going crazy during those days. That was my first season as an intern with the Houston Rockets. I celebrated as a fan in '94, was an intern at 20 years old in 1995, and there's a look at the championship banners hung inside of Toyota Center here. Of course, those titles were won over at the Summit, a little bit a ways from downtown Houston, but man, so much fun, so many great memories. What great teams the Rockets had back in the mid-1990s, and the city really embraced them.
Yes, they did, and the city's starting to embrace these Rockets. Gonna need some work here tonight.
Broken up by Durant, but the Magic still have it. Good pass by Jones back across to Silva, and he stuck it.
And here's the thing, when you allow a team to get comfortable, they start making those type of shots, so Houston did get off to the right start energy-wise.
Steven Adams couldn't follow it home.
Great look, though. You get a wide-open look for one of the best to ever do it.
Now, when Tyus Jones was with the Grizzlies, he was the best backup point guard in the league. He has really struggled in his first go-around with the Magic. I can tell you who's not struggling. Franz Wagner is getting whatever he wants to start this game. He's got 13.
Yeah, you got to keep in front of him. And again, we talked about his handle and feel for the game.
Durant going to back him down. Turn. And that'll drop. And there was a foul. So one free throw coming up for Kevin Durant.
So here's the thing, you know, Houston struggling to find offense. KD calls his own number, and this right shoulder fade, that's about as money as you can get. And look at that, we call that a shooter's bounce. Goes for Durant, but Houston's got to find some energy.
See what he did against the Blazers. Plus 37 is not too shabby.
Yeah, he was on fire. The efficiency was there, and you know, a big key credit. We talk about it. You got some early looks for Durant, and then the ball ended up, the basket looked probably as big as the ocean when he took those shots.
So another good first quarter for Durant, 9 points. Mention Orlando's offense is much improved this season after having one of the least efficient offenses in the league for 14 consecutive years. Rebound Shepherd ahead to Durant, has Holiday, finds him.
There you go, and Houston finally gets a stop, so you get out and run in transition, and you got the, not all the way, but you got some of the 2 pocket rockets out there. How about that, Reed and Aaron, right?
Hey, you talk about the Rockets in the mid-90s and Scott Brooks, he was the pocket rocket. These days they're referred to as short kings, though. So see if the Rockets can add to some momentum. Little spinning bounce pass. Steven Adams, nothing doing. Jonathan Isaac is out there. Here's a pull-up 3 for Bane, no. Durant to Smith. And he misses badly. Steven Adams there to pick it up. Didn't touch anything. Rockets, though, still plenty of time on the possession.
Isaac's an elite defender.
Yep. So long, and they forced the turnover. Scooped up by Tyus Jones. Rejected by Kevin Durant on an incredible chase down block. Shepherd loses Isaac. Shepherd to the rim.
He thought about dunking that one.
Uh-oh. And then Shepherd picks it up and has it knocked out of his hands. What a flurry. 6 straight by Houston to end the first quarter. Reed Sheppard once again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this chase down block by Kevin Durant. Never gave up on the play. And then right back at you comes Reed Sheppard, end to end. Oh, he thought about it, Ryan. He absolutely did. Basics here presented by Lone Star College. You can see the Rockets ranks. In their last 9 games, they've won 8 of them. Number 1 in points, number 1 in offense, number 1 in field goal percentage, number 1 in three-point shooting, offensive rebounds, and net rating. The Rockets, though, just 23 in the first tonight. The Rockets have been a dominant first quarter team, but those 23 points, the fewest they've scored in a first quarter in any game this season. But they did score the last 6. And there is a little bit of a buzz now back in the building because of it.
Much better ball movement, but you got to pay it off.
Oh my. Şengün just could not hit the jumper. I used to own a lot of Jonathan Isaac stock, a lot. But I have since sold out of it because he just can't seem to stay healthy. But when he is out on the floor, he is a difference maker defensively. Oh, man, Thompson kind of holding his right shoulder a little bit as he just now comes into the front court to join his teammates. Aaron Holiday snakes underneath. Isaac there giving chase. There's no way he's going to be able to get that shot off with Isaac all over him. Şengün,
somebody's got to help.
Deep 3, Reed Sheppard.
We talked about it, Craig. No Tari, where's the energy going to come from? And how about Reed Sheppard, again, stacking positive games? He has changed the energy in Toyota Center. Houston going to stay in zone.
This was a 14-point deficit. Rockets chiseling away at that deficit, looking for more. There's the screen. Reed with the drive, the pull-up. Another make for Reed Sheppard. His 3rd bucket already. 11 in a row.
Just so happy for that kid, man. Glad to see things turning around and, you know, him playing like this. He's always had it. He makes the right plays, but now he's starting to finish. He's getting it.
Şengün runs Bane off the 3-point line, now pulls back nastily. Misses the shot, tracked down by Carter. Again, they're a very good offensive rebounding team. They find Isaac. Jonathan Isaac from the corner.
And Şengün and Wendell wrapped up. And you see why one of my keys was the war.
Isaac has really taken a step back this season offensively, but nailed that. That ends the Rockets' run. Holiday with the step on Jones, tough block. Adams battling, and it's picked up by Tyus Jones. Got 3 former Grizzlies out there. Here's one of them, Bane. Nice touch. His 2nd make.
Yeah, and Desmond Bane's the guy that scares you in a game like this. He can hit a clutch shot. He can take over, and he's a headache to match up with.
And he's put up big numbers against the Rockets in his career. Reed Sheppard, look at the confidence. Draws the foul, the reach in on Bane. That's going to be his 2nd.
Look at this. Rockets getting a piece of the paint. Got the Verizon Orbit Cam out here. Late clock. We talked about it. Reed Sheppard spotting up, man, 4 or 5 steps behind the line, and great job spacing the floor.
Şengün draws the foul on Isaac. Again, Jonathan Isaac, when he's been healthy, he has just been a game record defensively, but he just has had all kinds of injury issues. As a look at him again, I've always been a big fan of his game. Now the Rockets and Adidas are excited to host 2 winter skills camps on December the 20th through the 21st, and January the 3rd through the 4th. Kids ages 10 to 16 will develop their basketball skills with highly trained coaches, receive exclusive Rockets camp gear, and get tickets to an upcoming Rockets home game. It's a great deal. It's great for the kids. Register your kid right now at Rockets.com. So 1 for 2.
So again, Houston going to stay in their zone. Reed Sheppard and Steven Adams, great communicators.
Off the pick, around and out for Jones, who's only shooting now basically 11% from 3 with Orlando to start the year, which is obviously not good. Howard to Carter. So Orlando has been able to stabilize things after the Rockets made that big push on them.
And here's the thing, without Banchero and Suggs, Carter's really stepping up offensively, man.
Looking really aggressive. Holiday up top for three.
You're going to hear me keep saying it, man. It's unbelievable how Aaron Holiday stays ready and prepared no matter where his minutes are or aren't.
He came in, played 13 minutes against the Blazers, hit a three, had 10 points off the bench. It will be Houston basketball, was one of 7 Rockets in double figures in that blowout win over the Blazers. The Rockets ended up picking up their first cup victory, now 1-1 in the group of death, as is everybody.
Houston with this lineup going to play through Alperen. A little Dirk action. He could have went baseline or popped up.
And Isaac broke the play up.
Gotta go.
And Jet Howard ends up getting Holiday. So Aaron Holiday will shoot 2 with this team trailing by 5. And now this word from Bocarum injury lawyers.
Rockets fans, if you're hurt in a wreck, the winning play is only a call away.
So Wagner and Black come in. Jones and Isaac go out for the Orlando Magic. Also, Bataze gonna step in for Wendell Carter Jr. Carter and Wagner have combined for 23 of their 37.
Carter's had some great touch inside, knocking down shots from deep. You're seeing his whole bag.
Wagner and former Rocket Dennis Schroeder, kind of the leaders of that German national team. Yeah, very good and very successful German national team. That's way off. Howard thought he got fouled. At least he was looking for one. Missed it badly. Rockets could tie it with a 3. After being down by 14. Şengün battling with Wagner, now gets the ball. Bataze's there to help, and then Şengün just dribbled the ball out of bounds.
How about Wagner being able to guard Şengün one-on-one, man? His versatility. He saw him guarding Durant earlier.
Kogi back in, and Holiday goes out.
Great minutes from Aaron Holiday. That bench made an impact. They got our group back in the game.
Josh Okogie, 3rd in the league in steal turnover ratio, and crashing the offensive glass really well as of late too. Wagner, his 3rd 3, 16 for him.
Wow, he's really improved that outside shot.
Oh, pulled back by Reed Sheppard. Oh!
Excuse me. Just snatched Desmond Bane.
Reed Sheppard, Houston's leading scorer with 10 now. He's 4 for 5. He's hit a couple of threes into Bataze. He misses on the other side. Sheppard on the skip. Alperen Şengün fouled from behind by Anthony Black. How good has Reed Sheppard been?
Oh, goodness, come here.
Just snatched back, stuck to 3. Oh, it's even better in super mode. That's the look of a very, very confident young man.
Welcome back. If the traffic seemed bad downtown today, it's because fans really wanted that Kevin Durant bobblehead giveaway. Fans started lining up before 1 p.m., almost 4 hours before the doors open. Kevin Durant, by the way, yeah, Katie liked the bobblehead. He said it today at shoot-around yesterday. He said, look, it actually looks like me. I like that they included the tights. I like that it looks a lot like me. I mean, he was a fan of it, Ryan. You know, sometimes these guys don't like their bobblehead. Kevin Durant absolutely loves his, and the fans love it. Just a really, really great giveaway from the Rockets.
No, Vanessa, when I played, there were some bad bobbleheads. Yes. I mean, they were just throwing just different colored jerseys on guys. So
this one's really good.
And the line, you said, it was
long.
When I came in, I was like, wow.
I thought they were here for you, Craig.
No, well, I knew they weren't here for me.
Well,
The fans love they love Kevin Durant, and they obviously love the Kevin Durant Welcome to H-Town bobblehead.
Maybe they were here for Marie.
Wrong again.
Ryan, I think you've actually mentioned that 5 times already.
Somebody guessed Marlena.
How about Millie?
Not Millie.
Somebody on Twitter said it was Marie. They lied.
It's not. It is not.
We got to start. We've already.
Yeah, we got to write down and save the guesses.
Because you guys are guessing the same one over and over again.
Millie was new.
Maxine.
Again, one that you've already guessed.
So now the Rockets can tie it with a 2 and get the lead back with a 3 after a dominant early showing by the Orlando Magic. Durant to Şengün, spinning on Black. And they'll try to post him up, which he does. Draws the crowd. Steven Adams had it knocked out of his hands, though, in the attempt to tie the game up. Good hands by Batase. Show 2 on Wagner. Gave the ball up to Black, now back to him.
Well, Houston's in zone and man right now. They're just scrambling all over the place.
That goes down on the runner for Anthony Black.
Yeah, gotta communicate, and again, nobody stops the basketball. That's been a problem for Houston defensively tonight.
Black, great size, 6'7". Plays with a lot of energy.
How tall is he, Craig?
6'7". Durant posting up. Leaning, shooting, in and out. Offensive rebound, an athletic one by Amen Thompson. Şengün backing down Wagner. Misses. Steven Adams there to pick up the loose change, and the Rockets call a timeout. And we'll take it with them with the Magic leading 42-38, 4:55 to play in the first half. And as we head to break, let's check in now with Julia Morales, who's hanging out in Lock Solutions, H-Town's favorite precast concrete provider. Lock, leading precast. Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedics, preferred orthopedic and sports medicine provider for the Houston Rockets. And by Nava Law Group. Injured in an accident? Insurance companies want you to settle, and settle fast. DoNotSettle.com. Welcome back inside of Toyota Center for the finale of this 3-game homestand. Some more celebrate like it's 1995 all over again. Craig and Ryan with you. Orlando got off to a fantastic start, led by 14, but the Rockets have chipped away.
Yeah, Reed, Aaron, and Steven have been great off the bench, bringing energy and a stabilizing force to get this game back in hand. But the energy from Houston, you can see, has swayed. Thank you, Reed Shepherd.
Adams had it knocked away. See Isaac out there picking up Kevin Durant. Wendell Carter with the chest contact on Kevin Durant and drew the foul. Mentioned how good the Magic are. In fact, the best in the league at getting to the line and drawing fouls. Well, the Rockets have kept them off the line, and the Rockets now have attempted 5 more free throws, going into 6 and 7 more with these 2 here by Kevin Durant.
How many and what more?
Not getting me this time.
I don't think I heard you.
Oh, you heard me. So Durant now with 10. Great win earlier this afternoon in Birmingham over Auburn by Kelvin Sampson's Houston Cougars, #1 team in the country. That was crazy wild finish.
Houston in the zone, it's been good. And again, Orlando, a team that has struggled to shoot from the outside. That's why you're going to see probably even more of it.
The Silva! Oh, gosh, did he call glass?
That's almost an impossible bank goal right there. And
the odds of repeating that are very slim, but it counts.
Man, De Silva, you got to run off the line in Carter.
He's got 8. He's been shooting it really well this year, 41%. Short on the J, picked up by Isaac.
I just don't like that everything is a tough 2 right now for Houston. Those are not sustainable looks.
De Silva now this time on the move, so it's 5 in a row for him.
Yeah, look how free-flowing things have been for Orlando. Again, Houston fortunate to only be down 7.
Durant, they're going to ISO him here on the near side. Shoots over the top of Carter, makes it.
That's where Durant's just special, man. You do everything you can, you play it perfect, and it gives you back-to-back buckets.
Give and go. De Silva, guess who?
Silva's been red hot, man.
Coming off a 22-point game, as I mentioned earlier, against Brooklyn. He's got a dozen now, one of 3 Magic players in double figures. Shepherd for the foul line, short there, rebound Black. De Silva has scored 9 of his 12 and a quarter, and 7 of those 9 have come in their last 3 possessions. Black for 3, and ricochets over to Kevin Durant. Rockets a +6 on the glass so far. Rockets remain the NBA's best rebounding team. Durant, in and out. Steven Adams kind of overran that rebound attempt.
I mean, it's just amazing. He gets his hand on that many balls, Craig.
Kogi switching on Black, knocked it away. Shot clock inside of 10. Black on the move into the lane, and there's going to be a foul, and they're going to call it on Okogie.
Well, I thought that Black pushed off.
And so Anthony Black at the line, and we'll check in here with Vanessa.
Hey, take advantage of tonight's Rocket Shop online item of the game. Get our women's hardwood classics crew neck for just $40. Shop now at rocketshop.com. Well, Ime Udoka was asked about the Magic ranking first in free throws made per game. He said the key tonight will be being disciplined. He said we've improved in not fouling as much. We try not to foul shooters. He said Banchero gets to the line quite a bit, so that should help since he's not playing. And he also said this, he said we want to be aggressive, but we also want to understand how the refs are calling a game and learning when to lay off at times. It's already been very physical tonight, Craig and Ryan.
It has been, and it's one of the reasons why the Rockets offense has been so good this year is that they've had such an advantage at the foul line. And they're making a lot more free throws this year than we've seen in recent seasons. And of course, free throw shooting has been a big Achilles heel to this team in recent years.
Yeah, right now, look at that crowd that Houston has to play in. How many bodies are in the paint on that rebound? Not by accident.
Turned back. Now, when Orlando has their full complement of guys, they can throw out a really big lineup like the Rockets can with Banchero and Carter and Wagner and Isaac. They got some big bodies. Shepherd now works around the Durant pick. Gets switched up with Black. Now finds Amen Thompson. The corner 3 is off. Smith crashes in, but crashed over the back of Carter and is going to be called for the personal foul.
I thought that was a 50-50 ball. That one went in the air. I thought that was just 2 guys going for the ball. Interesting call.
Rockets 3 of 8 from 3. 3 of 5 from 3 in this quarter after missing all 3 of their attempts in the first. Again, Orlando does a great job denying 3-point attempts. They got a lot of length. Rockets call for another foul. It's going to be on Kevin Durant, his first. But the Rockets, both teams over the foul limit. Coming up on the Lexus halftime report with Kevin Etchenfelder and Calvin Murphy. Going to talk about that fantastic end of the first quarter, fueled by Reed Shepherd. It got the Rockets back in this thing. And, of course, Reed's surge continues. A couple of more threes made tonight. 10 points. He and Kevin Durant are the Rockets' 2 leading scorers as Reed gets some instructions from Ime Udoka there. He's really coming into his own and has sort of exploded onto the scene over the last couple of weeks as Reed Shepherd. He scored in double figures now 7 times, including a career-high 5 straight games. Shooting it lights out for the 3-point line at almost 48%. Rockets turn it over, though. They're 5th. They're back down 10. And that alley-oop is broken up. So the Rockets had a chance to tie it up or get the lead back after trailing by 14 as Amen Thompson got clipped from behind. On a strong drive to the hole. He'll get free throws, but Orlando's now opened things back up by double figures thanks to a 12-2 run. So Black picks up the foul, his second. Amen Thompson at the free throw line for the first time. He's not scored yet And now he has, and now a message from Reliant.
Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Rockets.
Thompson does have 7 rebounds, but he's 0 for 4 from the field. Makes both free throws. He's now 17 of 19 at the line in the last 5.5 games. That's significant improvement. Bane from corner, straightaway 3. It goes, his first.
Can't get away with cheating it. That scout report says get over the top on all those Bane screens.
Only shooting 32%. He's
Look at those
41% though for his career as Durant scores again. He's got 15.
And that is tough a shot as it gets. You know, Kevin Durant's a guy who can hit those looks, but man, Orlando's playing great defensively.
Rockets have been scoring easily. Not the case in this first half. Wagner loses Thompson. Rockets very fortunate he missed that one because he hasn't missed many. Shot clock is off. Rockets trying to go into the locker room with some positive momentum. Durant draws 2. De Silva ripped it from him, heaves it, and hits over the top of the backboard, and that'll do it. A first half that was all Orlando. They led by as many as 14. They closed the half on a 15-8 run. Reed has 10, Durant has 15, but Wagner has 16, De Silva 12, and Wendell Carter Jr. has 10 as Rockets assistant coach Ben Sullivan is standing by with Vanessa.
Thanks, Craig. Coach Sullivan, Orlando has several guys out, but the guys that are playing are shooting the ball well. What's the key in the second half?
You know, we didn't come out with great energy or great poise to start the game. We're going to have to do a much better job in the second half overall.
How big of a spark was Reed Shepherd in the first quarter?
Yeah, he's been a spark for a few games. He came in, steals, shots. He's helping us out whenever he's in.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
Rockets fans, make sure you stay tuned for Rockets Halftime with Kevin Eschenfelder and the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy. It's all coming your way on Space City Home Network.
The Rockets a season low for points and a half, not shooting the ball well at all, under 40%. Turnover numbers for either team, they're low, and the Rockets have been getting to the free throw line more times than the Orlando Magic, but again, it's been all Orlando through the first 24 minutes of action tonight here at Toyota Center. He's Ryan. I'm Craig. Now, the Rockets did have some chances to get the lead back, tie it up. It was a 40-38 game at one point in the second quarter. Orlando pushed the lead back to double figures. But again, what do the Rockets need to do differently in this second half from what they did in the first?
They got to match the physicality of Orlando. They have to bring energy. That's what the second unit did great. And then they have to run De Silva off the line. He has been shooting the ball spectacular from deep and keep Franz Wagner out of the lane. Somebody has to stop the basketball.
Yeah, Wagner has been terrific in this one. Leads all scorers with 16 points. Reed Shepherd did provide the Rockets a spark in that first quarter. Now, Rockets fans, get ready to score big with Chick-fil-A Houston. If the Rockets hit 3 3-pointers in this third quarter tonight, everyone inside of Toyota Center will score a 3-count chicken and strips in the Chick-fil-A app. Big shots mean big wins for Rockets. So let's hope for some threes, some fed people, and a come from behind win here for the Rockets. In Orlando, they were down 16 in the first half to Brooklyn in their last game, came back and won it. Durant, that's a good start, and won.
Well, Craig, you saw the ball got moving side to side, and the freedom of movement was there. Orlando was really restricting the movement of the Rockets in the first half. You get an untouched Kevin Durant to the middle of the floor, and that's about as money as it gets for the Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay. But watch him take his time, spin, and there's nothing that Black can do.
That's the third on Anthony Black. Durant completes the three-point play now with 18 points.
Yeah, Black was seeing nothing but red, Craig.
Wagner had a monster first half.
Good help from Şengün.
Now they switch up Smith on him. Leans in, comes through the paint. And off-balance shot, no good. He's
that number is
slow to get up as he fell into a photog. Rockets have, at least for the moment, an advantage. Now they do not. 5v5. Şengün doubled, that pass got deflected, picked up by Black. Works his way by Okogie, weaved on it, and dunked on it.
Goodness. Anthony Black. But again, Houston has to tighten up those passes. They got to be stronger with the drives. I'm telling you, man. Orlando, there you go.
That's a strong drive by Amen Thompson, but just couldn't finish. He is still looking for his first bucket. He's 0 for 5 now as Amen Thompson. Wagner right to the rim, right into the chest of Kevin Durant.
Right now, man, they just call it for what it is. They've been the tougher team.
Back up 10 on the Magic. Şengün started off 2 for 2. Just 1 for his last 9, making 1 for his last 10.
Way too slow. Houston's got to get back to movement. But again, watch every time Houston cuts. There's 2 hands on their players driving.
Bane to Carter. Şengün called for the block inside of the restricted area. Says Scott Foster.
Let's see here if he's able to get both feet out. Definitely did not. You see the heels on the line. Very close, man. It's a game of inches.
So Şengün picks it up. Carter goes to the free throw line for the first time. 79% this year, 73% for his career. Lottery pick back in 2018 by Chicago. Makes the free throw. One more look as Black had Okogie on his heels and then slammed it down.
Again, nobody stops the basketball, but you see the excitement for Orlando of Anthony Black, man. He's a great defender, and he's got a good handle, great size.
Magic trying to win their 4th in a row. Got off to a poor 1-4 start. A lot of shock considering they were going to be one of the favorites to be one of the top teams in the East this season.
And the East is wide open, but no surprising for Orlando's to start slow. You know, they're a defensive-minded team, and Coach Mosley has gotten hot and run off many in a row.
So 6 in a row for the Magic. Kevin Durant contested 3 in and out. Offensive rebound, Şengün. Now he puts it in, so he's got 10.
Saw the patience from Alperen, just kind of froze the double team and went right up, realized he was under the rim.
Magic have not been hurt by the Rockets' offensive rebounding.
Right now, you see Orlando just kind of holding ball and controlling pace.
De Silva working around that Carter screen, frees himself up, missed the shot. There goes Carter, and got the rebound and also got fouled by Amen Thompson.
Carter's huge, man. That's a big man. Walking double-double.
Listed at 6'10", 270.
He's probably bigger than that now. Interesting, he was recruited by Harvard before he chose Duke. I had some Ivy League offers, big fella.
You?
Yeah, I did.
Who?
I mean, well, they don't...
Wagner dribbled that ball off his own leg.
Yale? Got some letters from Yale.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. All right. And did you ever consider that?
No.
Leaving LA?
I talked to the basketball coaches. They said they don't give out scholarships, maybe just some partial stuff. I said, no, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, you actually had committed to Washington originally, right? No, St. Louis. St. Louis. Şengün gallops to the rim, so that's 2 in a row for him. You ultimately never played there, right?
No.
Lorenzo Romar ended up leaving to Washington.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I was supposed to go with him, and then UCLA came, and I mean, how could you turn down the blow?
Anthony Black, no on the 3.
I mean, if it was University of Houston coming at the last second, only 2 places I would have, make me change my mind.
Jabari, his 3, good. Rockets with some momentum again. Şengün with a couple of hoops. Jabari with his first 3, 7 straight for Houston. They're back to within 5. Orlando will call a timeout. Just a 4-3 on just 10 shots for Houston in this game, but it was good there for Jabari, and the Rockets are within a handful now.
Welcome back. You're watching Rockets basketball on Space City Home Network. Back in the summer of 2024, Jabari Smith Jr. and Amin Thompson had an awesome opportunity. They were on the USA men's basketball select team. That's the team, of course, that scrimmages Team USA before they left for Paris for the Olympics. The head coach of that select team was Jamal Mosley. So I asked Mosley what he noticed about coaching Jabari and Amin. He said there is a toughness about both of them. Both of them ask the right questions. They have a competitive nature. He said it's been so great to see Jabari grow. And he said Amin had that ability to defend and make big plays at the right time. He said there was a moment during our scrimmages where Amin just made a massive play and got a couple steals and was making things happen on the court against these absolute superstars. Mosley also pointed out Jabari and Amin are both extremely teachable and have a willingness to learn.
Jamal Mosley, a very highly regarded coach, as Wagner circles coming out of the timeout and dunks it down. Mosley, formerly a long-time assistant in the league, primarily under Rick Carlisle, so he learned under one of the best. Also an assistant under George Karl and in Cleveland under Byron Scott and Mike Brown. Earned the opportunity to the Magic and has guided the Orlando Magic back into the playoffs the last couple of years.
When I was in Cleveland, me and Jamal would play one-on-one after practice. Now, he alleges, as Amin gets the big rebound, unfortunately couldn't hold on, but
it's been a rough night so far for Amin Thompson.
He alleges that I took him out, and he had to have knee surgery because of me, and he hadn't played any players one-on-one since. That's what he alleges. I don't believe it.
Booted by Black, picked up by Okogie, in on De Silva, and ended up getting the foul. So you hurt Jamal Mosley.
Allegedly.
He's never played one-on-one since, and he still talks to you?
No, that's my guy right there, and he is a teacher, developer of young men. We'd watch film every day and see Coach Prunty was there in Cleveland with us also, shown there on the bench. But we would watch film every day after practice. And speaking of young people, I include myself in one of those. College students, the Houston Rockets have exclusive ticket deals just for you. Sign up with your phone number in EDU email. You hear that? Just an EDU email to get prices as low as $10 sent straight to your phone all season long. Go to rockets.com/college to sign up today.
I'm going to age myself a little bit here. I remember when email first became a thing. I think it was in 1995.
How did you register for class?
I remember I was talking to some people, and they were like, oh, I can email you. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's an email?
How did you register for class back then?
You had to go in person, or you had to do it over the phone. That's a volleyball spike for Alperen Şengün. Yeah, in person or over the phones. It was an automated phone system. Kevin Durant in the lane, pulls up, rises up, knocks it down.
Again, Houston able to get a stop, and that's where they were dynamic against Portland, getting in transition. And Jamal Mosley, every time Houston gets some energy, they're calling timeouts. Let's see if Houston can stack here. Aren't enough timeouts.
Bang the swing, intercepted by Okogie. Rockets now forcing some turnovers. They've done a great job of that as this season has gone. Not so much in this game. And what a pass that was for Amin Thompson, who dunks it down, and what a way for Amin to get his first basket of the game. A facial at the rim as the Rockets have closed the gap to within 2 once again. This off the turnover, the no-look to Thompson, then the dunk on Bane. It's a 12-2 Houston run.
And presented by Texas Mattress Makers. Look at this. Amin Thompson throwing it down. And who else but Josh Okogie with the whip around the head. And look at Amin Thompson, man. He just went upstairs on Desmond Bane.
Rockets starting to force some turnovers. Orlando with 3 already in the third quarter. They had all but 3 in the entire first half. The Rockets didn't score any points off of them. The Rockets have been averaging 10.5 steals per game over their last 6. That number's been increasing as the season has gone along. They had 16 steals at season best against Portland. They're starting to kind of ratchet up the defensive ball pressure here in this third quarter. They get the stop and another chance for them to tie it with the 2 or get the lead back with a 3. They haven't led since it was 4-3. Şengün.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, play read nicely.
That was the backdoor play.
De Silva spinning, lobbing, and Black dunking, plus the foul. Spectacular there by the Orlando Magic, turning the Rockets over and then turning it into some magic in the open court.
Magic is right. Watch him go upstairs and just stuff Şengün into the rim.
Wow. Now, they kind of answered when the Rockets made that push in the second quarter and cut it to 40-38. They had an answer, and I don't know if that's another answer long term, but that's a pretty good job by Orlando to get an emphatic 2 points to end the Rockets' momentum.
And here's the thing, we're going to find out if, there are enough timeouts for Jamal Mosley in this game, because once the momentum builds, he's calling them quick, and it's been working so far.
The Rockets still trying to get over the hump. Again, they haven't led since it was 4-3 at the 10:25 mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, that play's scouted right now, but it doesn't matter.
Durant back to Şengün. Some patience, and then ultimately a foul.
Hats off to Orlando. They are as physical and tough as can be.
They are swarming.
Yeah, and they scouted that backdoor play. You saw the feet positioning of Franz Wagner, and he really kept Durant from getting backdoor, but nonetheless, he opened up the curl.
Batase picks up his first. Şengün at the line. Now join us for the Cup, presented by Kroger, when the Rockets take on the Nuggets this Friday, November the 21st, in NBA Cup group play. Secure your tickets right now at Rockets.com. It's the group of death. Everybody's 1-1. The Rockets beat the Blazers. The Rockets lost to the Spurs. The Spurs beat the Rockets. The Spurs lost to the Warriors. The Warriors got beat by Denver. Denver beat, well, Portland beat Denver. It's the toughest group by far.
Unbelievable group. I mean, goodness.
Orlando, they are, I believe they are 2-0 in their group. Again, just coming off a win against Brooklyn. Reed Sheppard, Wagner pulsing him up, backing him down, and then Sheppard caught reaching into the old cookie jar there, picked up the foul.
I don't mind that from Reed Sheppard. He was fighting. There's a chance the referees don't call that defensive play where he fouled him, but I love how he stood his ground right there. You see the improvement.
10 first half points for Reed Sheppard. Wagner to the foul line. He's 1 for 2 so far. He's got 20. Coming off of a 35-point game in their win over Brooklyn. Make it 25, I beg your pardon, not 35, and now this word from Jack in the Box.
The best rated burger in fast food with more beef than a Big Mac. Keep up, Ronald.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Now 25 for Wagner the other night against Brooklyn, including a couple of clutch threes late. They were down 16, won at 105-98. Banchero missing his second straight game with a groin injury. Jalen Suggs joining him on the injured list tonight, also out with a groin injury, so they're down 2 starters. Here comes Reed Sheppard, and there goes Batase, and that's going to be a goaltend. And again, very aggressive, Reed Sheppard.
Rick, this is why we were so excited since this young man came here, is he knows how to play. It's just making the plays, being aggressive, and again, the swagger developing for Reed Sheppard.
Wagner working baseline, awkward angle. Got the shot off, he almost hit it, got fouled again. He goes right back to the line. The Rockets over the foul limit here, still with better than 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Again, Orlando draws more fouls and gets to the line more often than anybody.
Wagner rocking the Phantom of the Opera mask there.
Yep.
Don't know if we can see it on the Verizon Orbit cam, but it's on, man. You see it, he's been hooping in it. I wonder if he'll pull a Rip Hamilton and never take it off.
22 and counting for him. Season average, misses the free throw. I mentioned this at the top, but the Magic had really struggled offensively. So take a look at the 2021 draft where, again, Suggs is hurt, but you got him and Wagner and Şengün. But the previous 14 years, Orlando had 14 years, a decade and a half, had been a slog for them offensively. But they are much more. Oh, no! It's stolen the inbounds. De Silva into Batase, 5 ball fakes, and ultimately a personal foul on Houston.
When trying to get back in the game, you got to be able to get the ball in bounds and go get open, get the ball.
So it's now Goga Batase's turn. He shoots the free throws. It's been started his career in Indiana, but has been a really solid backup big in the league for several years now. Again, good defender, block shots, misses the free throw there. He's put up some good numbers for them in about 17 minutes a game. 6 points, 5 rebounds, almost a block and a half per game. 71% shooting. Magic are playing quicker this season as well than in previous years. He's also been Batase better at the line this year. About 10 percentage points better at the line this year than he's been for his career. He's got one more. And Holiday's checked in.
Yeah, fellow Georgian with Zaza Pachulia.
So he goes 1 for 2. He had the best game of his career against the Rockets, at least scoring-wise. Had a 23-point game here at Houston while with Indiana back in March of 2022. Goga Batase. Here's Durant over Wagner, short. And that time Jet Howard with the steal off of Aaron Holiday. Give him a chuck, play on, plays it back to Black. He's open, he shoots, he misses. Offensive rebound, Batase. Saves it back to Black, they swing it to Wagner, and now we have a flop.
That on Aaron Holiday?
Yeah, wow. Aaron Holiday's going to be hit with the flop.
Wow.
For that contact with Jet Howard as they were working their way into the front court.
That's shocking.
That's the second flop we've seen called in a Rockets game this season. And we haven't seen one of those called, and I couldn't even tell you the last time one was. When was the first one? Was it in Boston? Yeah, it was in Boston.
Ball don't lie.
It was in Boston.
Ball don't lie. Goodness. Yeah, I do believe it was late in Boston. Let's check this play. So apparently
they called it because they said that was an exaggerated body movement there by Aaron Holiday.
Unbelievable. All right, we'll play.
Wagner stripped but fouled.
And they're picking on Reed Sheppard here. You got Wagner trying to get the post-up action on the switch.
So Reed now with 3, and now the Magic is starting to get to the free throw line a lot. And this is what they do. They draw fouls. They get to the free throw line. They score a bunch of points at the free throw line. It's why their offense has improved this year, even though their three-point shooting, albeit better than it's been in years past, it's still a bit spotty. Now, H-Town is finally here. The new Houston Rockets City Collection is now available inside of the team store. We're online at rocketshop.com. You can go grab the brand new City Edition gear for the season today. Again, a lot of people excited about the re-debut of the City Edition gear this season, the Duckstronaut and all that good stuff. Orlando only shot 6 free throws in the first half. They've shot 12 here in the third already. But that's what they do. They get to the line a lot. And again, Paolo Banchero is a guy who plays with such physicality. Is a large part of them shooting so many free throws and him out of the lineup. But their team does get to the free throw line. And Durant steps in, pulls up, and hits again. So he's got 22.
I mean, he's so good. He could do that same shot going to his left hand.
To Silva, to Howard, works baseline, circles underneath. Couple of screens for Batase, frees up Black, and he shoots and misses from 20. Again, Rockets have been within 2 a couple of times after trailing by 14. Nice extra pass to the open corner three-point shooter.
And that's why you want to play fast. Why you get early looks. All eyes run Durant, and what's he do? He gives it up.
Again, a 2-point game. That's 10 points for the second straight game for Aaron Holiday. Stepping in for the injured Tari Eason. He's 2 for 3.
Good job. Jabari just stayed home on Howard in the corner, and he's going to dare Black to shoot.
And he makes it. So every time the Rockets threaten, the Orlando Magic keep the Rockets at arm's length.
Yeah, and Black, that's something he's developing is his shot.
That's the first 3 for him. He's got a baker's dozen. Durant on Wagner. Crosses him up now once but twice, and then he steals it away from behind. And then Durant comes falling into and fouls Batase.
How many plays have you seen where Houston's beat Orlando, and watch this, all eyes on who? Kevin Durant. Hockey assist there to Aaron Holiday in the corner, man, and that is money. Big shot there, but Houston will have an advantage, a layup or an open path, and there's a poke away, poke check or block at the last second for Orlando.
Remember, Aaron Holiday shot 49% on threes in the last 6 weeks of last season.
He's been so good. Let's see his brother in the last game.
Durant's second foul, Batase back in the line. He was just there 1 for 2.
What if the Holiday pants are over it now? They're like, all right, we've seen you guys grow up. You played in the NBA for long enough. The excitement
Let's see,
always there.
If you had 2 children who play professional sports as a father?
I don't think it ever goes away, but I mean, they're spoiled. I mean, daughter at UCLA, all 3 boys make it to the NBA. I mean, I can't even, I'm trying to live that. That's the dream, man.
That is the dream.
They're like the Manning family, right?
Like the Thompson family.
Basketball royalty, man.
So Magic up by 2 possessions again. Again, the Rockets have been within 2-3 times tonight. Durant on De Silva, the 3. Steven Adams misses twice. Has not had the same impact as we've seen this season tonight for Steven Adams. There for the help defense, but that shot sweeping right for Bane, got it up and over a couple of defenders and knocked it in. He's got 11. So Orlando back up. 8, 6 straight for them. Done a terrific job answering the Rockets' push throughout this game. Şengün backing in on Wagner. Oh, get hit with a little bit of a shoulder shimmy and hit the bucket, plus the foul.
Looked like he was losing it on the way up. And how about the skill of Şengün? He pats the ball through the rim. Watch this. Grab and holding. There goes Wagner, grabs him, and it slips through. Watch it one more time.
I like the shoulders.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that is fancy footwork, man, and he's truly amphibious, as Craig would like to say, ambidextrous for those who...
No, I do not. I know the difference between ambidextrous and amphibious.
It means he can take layups and drives. Good jumpers.
So a much better second half for Şengün. He's got 9 in the quarter. He's made 3 of his 5 shots.
Yeah, Houston back to zone. Here's the thing. Locate Bane and De Silva. All right.
Here comes Bane. Split 2. Runner short. Back tap by Shepherd. Picked up by Batazia. The reset to Wagner. Now to De Silva.
Yeah, that's the hot hand.
On a couple of screens, free up Howard, and he makes it.
That's what that young man can do. Played with his father.
Durant trying to find a seam, leads himself into the dribble, comes back out to Şengün. Shot clock winding down, couple of ball fakes on the 3, goes behind his back, got the shot off the glass, missed it, ripped down by Adams.
And Houston's got to convert. They've gotten some of the rebounds, but they haven't converted a lot.
And now Adams is going to be called for sticking out the hip.
I didn't know about that one. But again, Houston's got to convert. Let's see, does he lean here? Does he lean? Well, the left shoulder. That's a big arm right there, Craig.
It is a big arm. Probably did get a little bit too far outside of his body.
And here's the trouble for Houston. You know, you didn't play hard earlier, and now you start to press. No hero ball. Just make the little plays and get back in this ball game the old-fashioned way.
Jones to Carter. Back to Bane. Rebound Carter. Jones working baseline. Good ball movement. Swings it to Carter. He misses. The Rockets finally get the defensive rebound.
And again, Houston playing tonight without Tyrese, and that young man to get well soon.
Durant the crossover. Got fouled. Counted. Carter with the bump. Durant with the smooch off the glass. He'll get 1. He's got 24. He'll shoot for 25.
Craig, he's so good. Watch this teacher note. Left to right crossover. Watch, see that little bump there on Carter, and that's why the officials are going to see this call. See that bump. Takes and invites the physical play. And I mean, how about the touch of Kevin Durant, man?
10 of 18 now. He's 10 of 13 on 2s, 0 for 5 on 3s, and 5 for 5 now at the line.
And Craig, as sticky as this game is, you know, Durant's still able to get his. That's what a superstar looks like.
Rebound, Steven Adams is 10th. And now we have a foul on the Magic.
That type of game, man. It's a physical game.
Rockets, since they're over the foul limit, going to get some free throws. Carter with his 4th. And so it'll be Big Steve-O taking these 2 free throws. Now, coming up this week on an all-new Astros Bases Loaded, we'll chat with Astros General Manager Dana Brown as the hot stove season is about to begin. Julian Morales and Todd Callis take a drive around town, reminiscing about TK's time as a toddler in Houston, and we will celebrate the Astros award winners from the 2025 Major League season. All that and more on a new Astros Bases Loaded, debuting this Tuesday, November the 18th at noon.
Can we see you on Bases Loaded or getting some baseball action?
Well, Julia was here the other night. Ask her.
I mean, you were a stud baseball player back in your day.
Yeah, stud's I played. I was okay. I had fun. Rockets within 3. Adams went 1 for 2. His first point of the game. Magic affording the Rockets pressure, and Bane did not get it off. Boy, both teams, the Rockets did a great job just flying around. The Magic did a great job avoiding that pressure. And ultimately, they didn't get a shot off to end the third. And it's Orlando with a 3-point lead, 80-77 through 3 tonight here at Toyota Center. After scoring a season-low 46 in the first half, the Rockets dropped 31 on the Magic in the third. Yet still trailed tonight, 80-77 is your score. This game summary presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Again, Orlando, they have led for basically 98+% of this game. Orlando out shooting the Rockets for 3. The Rockets doubling up the Magic in turnovers, but the Rockets hanging in there, trying to get over the hump, climb over the top of that hill. They've been within 2, now 3, 4 times. He's trailing by as many as 14 in the first half. As Carter starts off the quarter with an airball shot at the foul line.
Team trying to scout the middle of the zone, but that's a tough shot because you're turning into a blind look on that catch.
Shepard with 12, Holiday with 10, Steven Adams with 10 rebounds off the Rockets bench. Into a cutting Smith. Pass was a little bit behind him and a little bit low, stolen by Howard. Now to Bane, to Carter, and off the fingertips of Şengün. Rockets bench has outscored the Magic bench 23-7, but Orlando's missing a couple of starters.
But again, Coach Jamal Mosley has set this physical tone, and the referee's not calling all the fouls. Houston's going to stay in zone here. Somebody's got to be up on this pick and roll.
Bane off of Adams.
10 on the clock. Let's see if Houston matches up or stays in zone. Again, if you stay in zone, you got to find Bane. I think you can contest late on the rest of the guys.
10 on the possession. Now inside of 5. Carter to Isaac. Steps in. Misses. And Jabari taps himself the rebound. Aaron Holiday's hit a couple of threes tonight. Finds Şengün into the body of Isaac. The ball fake misses. And then Isaac got the rebound and also got sandwiched and fouled.
We talked about it earlier. Isaac is still, even with those injuries, an elite defender, able to close the gap there with Şengün and just stay tall, didn't go for fakes. Orlando doing a good job, you know, kind of playing Alpe's second move. They know he's a counter and a counter to a counter type of player.
See, the Rockets still with the decisive edge on the glass, which has been their MO all season, but hasn't really translated much, especially second chance points-wise. They only have 6. The Magic with 9. Reach Shepard, around and out. 2 Rockets go careening into one another. The outlet, and Carter, the big man, beat everybody down but missed the dunk. Bane picks it up. Finds Howard. He has a clean look at one, and he makes it to the top of the circle.
Extended minutes here for Jet Howard. No Paolo Banchero, no Suggs, and Howard getting the call here.
Shooting 37% from the three-point line this year. 30% was his career average. Has reached Shepard. Hits that midi. He's got 14. But the story of this game has been the Magic keeping the Rockets at arm's length. Every time they threaten, the Magic keep them away. As Bane gets to the rim, and he's able to finish again over a former teammate.
Yeah, Bane's got those short arms, man, but he's got unbelievable touch.
Bakers doesn't for him. Shepard off the pick. Slithering inside, has it stuffed by Bane. Here come the Magic, 3-on-1 the other way, and now we have a clear path transition take on Reed Shepard, who took exception to not just getting stuffed, but then Bane getting into his face. And now those two were exchanged words, and then did something behind the play that I did not see that was ultimately called. Again, those two guys jawing at one another. So there's the block.
Well, he hit him in the head.
Oh, yeah. Stuck out the leg and tripped him.
Or did, because he slapped him in the back of the head. That should have been a whistle. So
hopefully on the floor is a transition take foul. In addition, we'll be checking to see if the foul meets criteria for a flagrant foul.
I don't think it's flagrant, and he definitely tripped him, but he slapped him in the back of the head, so you can understand the frustration.
But they end up calling it on Reed. There's the block.
Yeah, I can't really see there, but he gets him, and he absolutely throws that leg out. Bane's been kind of the fireball this season. Reed Shepard goes after him.
Yeah, definitely tripped him. Obviously,
and he
again,
probably
Reed
said something to him.
Yeah, I mean, Reed was certainly frustrated with whatever was said to him after getting a shot blocked. Stuck out the leg, tripped him, and now they're adjudicating what has transpired here. Again, it was that right leg.
Yeah, he said Bane is saying something. That's some old school Park stuff there, man.
Bane just hit a game winner a couple of games back to beat the Portland Trail Blazers 2 games before the Blazers were here. In Orlando, recovering from a slow start to the season. They won 3 in a row. They're down a couple of starters here tonight, and they have been the team with the lead for 98, 99% of the way. So the referees of Scott Foster and company have finished taking a look at the video in conjunction with the replay center, and here's the call.
After review, it's determined that the transition take foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1 for intentionally tripping. Anybody in the game will shoot 2, and Orlando retain possession of the ball in the front court with 24 in the shot clock. We'll play from there.
So an intentional trip, as you saw on video, pretty clearly there by Reed Shepard. Again, frustrated with the block, and then whatever ultimately Bane said to him, and tripped him, got upgraded to a flagrant.
I don't mind the flagrant. He intentionally tripped him, no question, but how about the slap in the back of the head, missed foul there, and then what Bane said should have been a technical.
So it will be Bane to take the free throws, and this guy basically does not miss. Elite free throw shooter is Desmond Bane. 88% for his career, almost 90 this season. One more, he's got 14. I believe 3 separate seasons he set individual season franchise records for the Grizzlies in terms of free throw percentage. The last 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Has not shot the 3 up to his usual standard so far with Orlando, but I think he's ultimately get there. I thought it was a really good pickup for them. Bane threw it away. It's him and Shepard. Some drama. Oh, and he smoked the layup, and then Jabari was the last to touch.
Here's the thing with Reed. He's athletic enough to just go up and dunk it. You know, you got a clear path. You know, he'd have had to take you out the air and just go make the play.
Howard deflected by Şengün.
One thing that Houston does when they're in zone, the guy playing the bottom, when you're stuck in between, they play the passing lanes, man. That has really been key, stopping teams from swinging the ball.
Rockets are averaging 125 plus per game. They're stuck on 79. Bane just hit a big 3, a deep one. He's fired up his second make. He's got 18. Rockets, again, this was just a three-point game a few moments ago. The Rockets once again down by 11. Orlando continues to have answers. They're on a 10-2 run into Şengün.
Again, man, there's contact on every shot, and for Houston, you just got to play through it.
Bane slips two, poked away from behind, but the Rockets unable to come up with the loose ball, knocked away by Shepard.
It could appear that the whistle is one way tonight, but hats off to Orlando because they just set the tone physically, and now the referee's not making those calls.
And then Thompson coming in, Steven Adams going out. Wagner going to come in here in a moment. They're going to let him check in right now.
They're probably back to try to match up with Durant. Durant can feel that his team needs it.
Thompson and Şengün, Shepard and Jabari. Rockets, 4 of their 5 starters out there. Bane to Wagner, just checked in. Missed the shot. Isaac goes high for the rebound, couldn't corral it. Here comes Smith, on the bounce to Durant. Durant will catch, pull up, and miss. Şengün, can he track it down? He got there, but he also knocked it out of bounds.
No, I don't think he knocked it out. I think Orlando knocked it out. Let's see if Houston challenges here. Alpe's adamant. They got it in bounds, and he may try to get it.
Did not get the signal in time from the assistants. Wagner to Bane.
Houston's got
Bane
to
had
get
a big
stop.
quarter the other night against the Nets. He stepped up again here. Wagner misses.
But notice Orlando getting back. They're sprinting back, looking to take away transition.
Bane has 9 of his 18 in the fourth. Thompson, no. He's 1 for 7.
Yeah, Orlando really taking care of transition and packing this paint.
Isaac, another offensive rebound, and got pushed and fouled again. Kind of been a theme with his rebounds in this game, and Isaac seems to grab a rebound. He gets fouled by Houston. 3rd team foul on the Rockets.
Well, we talked about a flop warning earlier that Aaron Holiday got assigned to. A little excessive maybe for Isaacs.
3rd on Jabari Smith Jr. Bane to Isaac to Carter. And that's not going to count. Stuck out the forearm. Caught Şengün. That's going to be the 5th on Carter.
That could be huge, man, because he's been balling, and his physicality's been a difference here, keeping Houston off of the boards. And watch this elbow. Wow, kind of whacks Alpe at the end. Watch that left elbow come down through the face.
So Carter's going to have to come out. Batazi's going to pick him up. So 5 on Carter. De Silva coming in for Isaac.
Houston needs a push now.
Şengün on Bataze. Oh, drop step, baseline, drive and dunk.
That was nasty. He had his head up and said, oh, you don't want to double? Let me take advantage and see if Houston can get some stops here.
Bane over Shepard, around and out. 7-point game, 7 minutes to go in it. Durant working on Wagner, swings it to Şengün, shoots the deep 3. That's not close.
Yeah, he was too deep. Should have stepped in or put it on the floor. He's not really shooting from that deep yet.
His first attempted 3 tonight, made 4 the other night. Look at the baseline spin move on Bataze. The slam, 7-point game, just inside of 7 to go.
Moment presented by Kelsey Seabold Clinics. And watch Kevin Durant. See the pick and roll there, but he says, you know what? I don't want the pick and roll. Let me do what I do best, clear out. And this is where Kevin Durant becomes dangerous in the scouting report. You can understand he can either go left or go right. He picks the right hand. He sees the feet of Wagner and gets a big bucket that Houston Rockets needed. And that might be a look. That might be Houston's best look in this game right now, the way that this game is going.
Might also need to try to make some threes. Easier said than done against the Magic, again, who are the best in the league at limiting three-point attempts and three-point makes. The Rockets only 5 of 15 from the three-point line. Orlando 12 of 30. The Rockets being outscored by 21 points from the three-point line.
I was going to say,
the math isn't mapping tonight because of it. They get the offensive rebound and open look to Silva. They missed 2 threes on that possession.
It's the long rebounds that are hurting Houston right now in that zone.
Durant works baseline, drives into a crowd, and even though he got the shot blocked, he did get fouled.
You love on the drives. Durant is an absolute technician. He knows how to use his body and get into the defense.
So Bataze's second first team foul on the Magic. Kevin Durant will shoot 2. Calling all dog lovers, the Houston Rockets will be having their 13th annual dog walk presented by Tito's at Herman Park on Sunday, November the 23rd. Head to rockets.com/thedogwalk to register you and your pet today. Our four-legged friends hoping for a comeback. Durant's got 26. Durant has 27. 6 straight for Houston. Durant 7 of 7 at the line.
But again, after the stop, you got to run down the long rebound. It's kept Orlando in it against the zone.
Wagner thought about it, comes into the paint, misses, Bataze.
Yeah, they had the long rebounds again.
Jones, the reset, another opportunity for the Magic. Wagner loses the ball, picks it up. Shot clock is down to 2. Wagner forces one up, and the rebound cleared by Jabari Smith Jr.
How about Reed Shepherd staying in front of Wagner? Got into his dribble.
Şengün one-on-one with Bataze.
Still not helping.
Backs him down, comes on the other side, got fouled.
You love that. Take your time, be patient. Nobody comes to help. Leave Bataze on Şengün Island.
That's the third on Bataze. He had to pick up Carter after picking up his 5th. So Şengün to the line for 2 more with 5:35 to go. And now this word from Standard Insurance.
Tired of high prices? Standard's been saving Texans money for over 70 years. Call, come by, or click us. StandardInsurance.net.
Don't delay, call Standard today.
And been the story of the whole game. Orlando up by double figures. Rockets push it to within a possession. Orlando pushes it back to double figures. Rockets don't play again until Wednesday in Cleveland. Makes them bold, so that's 8 straight for the Rockets, and here we are again, a 1-possession lead for the Magic.
And what's gold about these situations, you keep the game tight. You got one of the best closers to ever do it with Kevin Durant.
Wagner to Bataze. They found that soft spot in the middle of the zone.
Yeah, Bataze, a valuable big man. If you have foul problems or injuries, he can give you valuable minutes, and you're seeing it here for Coach Mosley and the Magic.
Yeah, good shot blocker, good defender, sets good screens. Şengün measures him up, takes him off the dribble. Now to the call.
He's playing with his hands. Make the call.
Thompson with a turnaround.
Fortunate drive, but Bataze's got to move his feet, man. Easy call for the officials.
92-89. That dunk by Bataze was the Magic's only 2 points in the last 4 minutes. Oh, wow. Wagner tried to get himself a very loud 2. Got fouled now. Jabari and Bataze and De Silva. Some pushes and shoves. Wagner got fouled on that attempt. He'll go to the free throw line. He tried to rip the rim off.
And again, keep him in front. You give him a straight line, man. He's going to take it. Watch, nobody stops the ball. And
Jabari from behind is 4th.
Yeah, giving him a clear lane.
So Wagner, 6 of 9 at the line tonight. 84% for the season, 85% for his career, 7 of 10 now. He's got 26, see what his season average is. Again, Orlando. Rockets got it from 3, they push it back, they have an answer, one more free throw for him. 27. A 5-point spread in favor of the visiting Magic, trying to win their 4th in a row. Rockets trying to win their 4th in a row as well, and they're 9th in their last 10. Durant off the Şengün, back to him, finds a wide open Jabari Smith Jr. Corner 3 is on the way, and it is good.
Teaching coaches clip right there. I mean, you don't get better ball movement, but almost impossible to guard. But if you're Houston, get a stop now, and you got to finish with the rebound.
2-point game. Wagner gets it back from Bane. Misses. Again, a chance for Houston to tie or get the lead back with a 3. They have not led since it was 4-3.
Kevin Durant wants the ball in his hands.
Works on Wagner, loses him, shoots for the tie, misses. Rebound, Orlando, there's a foul. Somebody on Orlando knocked down Şengün with 3:41 to go. They're gonna call it on Anthony Black.
Yeah, Houston's been pedestrian on the glass, but it pays off here. It's late, but watch Şengün running in. There's that chuck from Black. And he just lays out Şengün, easy call. Glad the officials had their heads up. Big focus for Orlando. Take away transition and take away the glass. And they've given themselves a chance in this game against Houston because of it.
So Black has 4. The Magic, their 3rd team foul. Got a timeout on the floor, or blood rule. Someone's bleeding.
Now, Craig, do we have free throws here?
Who's bleeding? Is it Wagner?
No free throws.
Yeah, it might be Wagner. Yeah, it's Franz Wagner who's been cut. So they had to stop the game.
Maybe he was cut on that dunk attempt, you know?
That was quite the dunk attempt.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I see him there. It looks like it's above the nose.
Let's see, Craig.
Oh yeah, right there. That elbow by Durant got him right there at the top of the nose.
That's why he's got the Phantom of the Opera on right there.
It didn't do him any good that time.
Yeah, well, if he didn't have it on, he'd be probably in the locker room right now.
All right, he's back out there. 2-point game. Same scenario for Houston. Durant from Şengün. Durant working on Carter. He's checked back in. He's got 5 fouls. Durant over Carter. Missed the shot.
Great look. Carter had to sit back patient and get a decent one there for KD. Watch Carter underneath the defense. There goes Jabari sees him now.
Bane has scored 9 of his 18 in the 4th. They find De Silva. Passes up the 3. Now he takes it. Misses it.
Fortunate there, but better awareness running him off the line.
9 boards from Jabari Smith Jr. to go along with his 10 points. 2-point game again. 3 minutes to play in it. Şengün on Carter out high. Hands it to Durant. Back to him. Now on Wagner. Backs him down to Durant in rhythm. The 3 for the lead. They finally got over the hump. They finally climbed that hill. They've tried time and time again, and they finally broke through. Kevin Durant, another 30-piece, finally makes a 3 tonight. Gives the Rockets their first lead since it was 4-3. It's a 16-4 run by Houston. Contested triple by Kevin Durant. Good stuff there. Houston by 1. So many tries, and the Rockets finally get over the hump as Kevin Durant, who's a walking bucket, finally made his first 3 of the game, and what a timely shot it was. Another look at the play. His first make from deep. Another 30-point game, and the Rockets have worked their way back and now lead by 1. Bane into the paint, flipped it, missed the shot. Steven Adams had to reestablish himself back in bounds, and because of that, didn't have his dexterity and ended up losing it back, and Bane scored.
All right, Getting a lot of Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün. Let's see if there's a double that comes. There it goes.
There's the double. Durant loses it. Fortunately, bounces to Şengün. Magic by 1. Şengün spinning, jumps it off the Thompson. Shot clock winding down. The turnaround block. Oh, he's gone. The foul on Wendell. Carter Jr. saying he fouled him in. Thompson on the arm. He can't believe it. And if that stands, he's fouled out. That's 6 on Carter.
They're probably going to challenge it to just see if it's worthwhile. Carter goes up. Does he gets the wrist and not just the wrist, some elbow on the follow through. Watch that right hand. Look at the men's right wrist. He does get it. That's a good call. And I mean, if you're
called the challenge on the floor.
Well, Jamal Mosley and the Magic are challenging this.
You got to risk it.
We'll step aside. You have to risk it because as of right now, unless they traverse this, Wendell Carter's fouled out. All right, this coach's challenge is presented by Sprite, and this is what the Magic are challenging, this call on Carter. If it stands, he has fouled out. Number 6, important decision coming up because Amen Thompson, if it stands as well, will be at the free throw line. And remember, there was like no more than a second left on the possession. Basically a second, right on the nose when that foul occurred, and Thompson was forced into the prayer attempt. Carter has had a very solid game tonight, especially on the defensive end of the floor. Did most of his scoring early. He had 8 points in the first quarter. There's been some foul trouble here late in the second half, but again, a very important coach's challenge presented by Sprite for this crew here in the NBA's Replay Center in beautiful Secaucus, New Jersey. Rockets trying to extend their winning streak to 4 in a row and 9 and 10. The Magic are attempting to win their 4th in a row. Remember, they were 1 and 4 to start. This was a team that was amongst the favorites and ultimately I think still are going to be there at the end in terms of teams with the best records out east. No Banchero tonight, no Suggs. They got off to a really good start last season, then had a bunch of injuries that kind of thwarted them along the way a year ago. Injuries, there's a look at Paolo Banchero. Injuries have been kind of an issue with some of their guys in recent seasons. They were 17-9 last year to start, ultimately finished 41-41. Got beat in 5 games in the first round by Boston. But
I don't know what's taking so long. He hits him on the wrist as he turns and shoots. It's an easy call. Men should have free throws. Carter's gone and play it through. And it wasn't like he got ball on the way up possibly and then gets elbow afterwards. It wasn't like a live play. The first contact made was through the wrist. And you still got time left on the clock, so the clock doesn't run out. That's all that I can possibly think.
All right, hit the ball first and came down on his wrist.
If he gets the ball first, that would change things. If he gets the ball first, that changes things, Craig.
Remember this year, the point of emphasis, that secondary movement on those high 5 plays, if you will. It has been a long but a very important review.
The lip reader correct.
If a defender just contests at the point of release and contact.
After review, it's been determined that Carter was able to get to the ball legally, and the foul on the floor has been overturned to a no call.
Oh.
The ball then hit out of bounds and was last touched by Thompson. Therefore, it'll be Orlando ball.
So
the challenge is deemed successful, and they will not be charged a timeout.
Successful challenge and a very important one for the Magic.
So I guess he did get it all the way up.
Got the ball legally first. And then if there's a contest at the point of release and contact is made on the hand, wrist, or arm after the release, but no secondary movement, he got the ball first as well, it's not a foul. So they win the challenge. Carter stays on the floor, no free throws for Amen Thompson, and the Magic still have a 1-point lead. Wagner to Bane, and there was a reach-in. The Rockets commit the foul. And probably the last guy in the building outside of Kevin Durant that you want at the foul line in these situations, and Desmond Bane. Amen Thompson with his second. Bane is 4 for 4, and again, pretty much automatic at the free throw line. All right, the Rockets' upcoming schedule is presented by Kaplan's Sinus Relief. The Rockets' very weird, unusual schedule to start the season. 2 more days off before they play again in Cleveland, and then another cup game at home on Friday against Denver. And then the Rockets hit the road again before, during, and after Thanksgiving. 5 for 5 for Bane. 6 for 6 for Bane. 98-95.
Right, Houston's had a lot of success playing through Şengün and Durant. Let's see what action you have here.
Şengün with Wagner, backs him in. Shake and bake again, hit him with that shoulder shimmy and scored.
Well, they stayed home. They didn't want to give up the 3. Remember, you go to help, Durant gets the 3, and Orlando's still up 1.
25 for Şengün, 90 seconds to go. Wagner thought about it. Now to Black, in rhythm, quick release. The 3 is short, rebound, Shepherd.
Way to have everybody in on those long rebounds. Let's see if they help.
Going on to Silva, driving baseline, wrap around to Thompson, back to Reed, in the corner to Jabari. Good closeout by Carter. Jabari works baseline, back out to Thompson. Thompson into the paint, he throws it up, and he misses, and the rebound to Orlando.
How about the scramble there from Orlando? This Şengün had held it a little bit longer. Gotta get this stop. Houston back man.
Bane on Shepherd. Bane blows by him. Bane into Carter from the dunker spot and dunks it down. The cut and the slam.
All right, time not your friend if you're Houston.
Durant on top. Durant pulling back, shooting for the tie. He gets it. Kevin Durant. It's cold. Oh, wickedly tough bucket there by Kevin Durant. Put them fries back in the bag, pal. Kevin Durant ties it up at a C note.
At a certain point, I'm one of the best to ever do it. Put the ball in my hands, I'm gonna take over. Got 5 fouls on Carter Jr. He's hoping and praying, all that hand shimmying, trying to throw him off his game. And Durant wanted the 3 the entire way, puts him on skates, steps back, and Carter didn't want to be overzealous with the closeout. And you talk about money. Big time 3 there from Kevin Durant. You got a tie game. Now you got to get a stop. Ime's going to come out with his best defensive lineup. You need 1 stop and a mega rebound.
33 for Durant. 8 in the quarter. 2 huge threes. He was 0 for 6 until his last 2 makes. You mentioned easy money sniper.
So here's the thing right now. You got a group on the floor that's switchable. Desmond Bane has had the hot hand. You got to stay in front of him. And when you switch on these pick and rolls, switch up. And Jabari's
clock is off.
Jabari's going to take Carter Williams, so you got the switch there. Alpe's going to take Black. He's the worst three-point shooter on the floor.
Tied up at 100, 21.4 to go. Orlando with a chance to win it.
Orlando likely going to play for the last shot. They'll go around 8, and Bane has hit one of these this season already.
Here we go. Şengün defending Black, now to Wagner. Thompson's on him. To Bane, pressured by Okogie, who's back on the floor for this possession. Defensively, Bane loses him. Bane comes to the paint, has it stuffed! Out of bounds it goes. 5.1 to go, and it is still Orlando basketball.
If you're Houston, is this a time to challenge?
The Rockets might challenge this.
Can't take it home with you, right?
The Rockets
Why not?
are challenging this. The Rockets called a timeout, and they're challenging this out of bounds call.
Now, Alpe hits it, but Bane has some follow-through with his hands.
And that's what
timeout's been called. The challenge on the floor of out of bounds awarded to Orlando.
That's what the Rockets are arguing here. Obviously, Şengün blocked the shot, but they're arguing that the ball rolled off of Bane's hand. This coach's challenge presented by Sprite. So this is obviously another big decision. Orlando won the initial huge decision on their challenge on the Carter foul on Amen Thompson, and the Rockets trying to do the same and not only deny Orlando another chance to win this thing with just over 5 seconds to go into regulation, but to give the Rockets the ball back and a chance to win it themselves.
I think Houston's got a chance. And Kirk, remember I talked about it earlier. When you have the greatest closer in the game, keep it close. Give him a chance. And you can see Bane, he pushes through with his right hand after this. Watching slow-mo, Alpe blocks it. Now watch his right hand pushing through. I think this is Houston's ball. Zipper Kevin Durant to the top and clear it out and let him go. And if they run and jump, put your best two shooters on the wing. I throw Jabari out there and Reed or Şengün. Throw him in underneath the defense. But you got 5 to make a play if this is your ball. If not, you got to communicate these switches. It's in a tight spot underneath the rim, and you don't want to give up layups.
Now remember, the call on the floor was magic ball. Here's Scott Foster. Well, not just yet. All right, having a word with Ben Sullivan. Here's Scott Foster.
Rockets ball.
After review, it's been determined that Bane is the last to touch the ball after a legal play by Şengün at the rim. It'll be Houston ball on the baseline.
All right, Rockets win that.
Reset to 5.3.
Yeah, keep in mind what you can also do. You got a little bit of time back on.
Yeah, 0.2 of a second is what they added. And the Rockets are using one of their 2 remaining timeouts
to advance the ball. But you can get Şengün at the elbow, have Durant take it out, and KD can cut off. But again, watch this play. Watch Bane push through with that right hand. Great job from the officials and beautiful Secaucus to get this right. But get Şengün at the elbow and KD running off to get him downhill.
All right. It's been a battle tonight. Orlando has led for the overwhelming majority of this game.
And keep in mind, if you go quick enough, maybe have Steven Adams in. He could tip something in late.
The Rockets have only held 3 leads this entire game. 2-0, 4-3, and 95-94. Durant gave him that lead on his first made 3, and then tied it up at 100 with his second made 3. And now the Rockets, after winning the challenge, 0.2 of a second additional have been put back on the game clock. So from 5.1 to 5.3, the Rockets have the ball. Both teams still have 8 timeout remaining if they need to use it. And now it's Houston's opportunity to win this thing. A couple of games ago, it was Desmond Bane beating the Blazers at the buzzer. Can the Rockets now beat the Magic at the buzzer?
So you got Steven Adams in. He'll be underneath trying to tip this thing in if you get enough time. Jabari can spot up and shoot. You go Alpe out wide also. Now interesting, Alpe's inbounding. Maybe you're gonna cut everybody off.
Durant. Rockets have a timeout to use if they need to. Likewise for the Magic.
Yeah, maybe everyone's going to cut off Durant. You'll give him zipper to the top, and he'll go one-on-one with Isaacs.
Here we go. Şengün the inbounder. The Rockets now with the chance to win this thing. Adams and Carter jousting. Adams out there to set a pick.
And again, he can clean something up here late.
Şengün
you had him.
Thompson was open. Now to Durant, loses his footing.
Oh my God,
falls down. Picked up by Black. And he beats Şengün to the rim for the dunk. Plus the foul. Oh, no.
It's tough right there. You go big, and you don't get enough ball handlers to come back. Houston got caught. Amin Thompson was actually wide open on that back screen. Had him for the layup.
1.7 to go, and one attempt here for Black. Misses it. Rockets use their last timeout. So they still have an opportunity to send this thing to OT, or ultimately win it with the 3. But the inbound situation not executed.
Watch it. You had Amin Thompson on the layup. If you run the same play, they're not going to leave Kevin Durant. So watch Durant sets the back pick. He's wide open there. If you throw it, that's a layup. I run the same play and get the same look. Run the same play. You got to make that pass. Watch him in. Just put it in the air. He's going to score it. And Durant, two-hand shove. That's been the call of the game. Orlando has been getting away with that all game long. But nonetheless, it's spilled milk at this point.
1.4 to go.
They ain't leaving Durant. They're not leaving Durant. Set another back pick. The play will be there.
All right, reminder to stay tuned for the Rockets post-game show presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors with Kevin Eschenfelder and Calvin Murphy. So what you're telling me is that there's still a chance. Because
you got Kevin Durant, yeah, there's a chance. And you only need 2. You don't have to have a 3. So everything's live. Or you can go direct to Şengün, shimmy, throw a hook up, and if you get the switch. But here's the thing. Isaacs is not leaving Durant. Watch him. He's going to be glued to KD, and you don't want to give up a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Now it's Amin Thompson who's inbounding. If the Rockets have to get this inbounded, they don't have any more timeouts.
Watch direct to Şengün.
Oh, let's hope this one goes better than the last one.
Got to catch and shoot. But again, Isaacs doesn't want to leave.
Thompson looking.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, Şengün got the
That's it, I told you.
Hit the hook shot at the horn. And the game is tied at 102. And we've got bonus basketball tonight inside of Toyota Center. Pandemonium inside the building.
Ime can feel it. They didn't want to switch. I called it. You had to direct to Şengün. You snap it, and with his touch right underneath the rim, he gets it. And again, you got more life here. And the difference is you put Reed in, you get an extra ball handler and shooter to kind of space the floor out. But Kevin Durant was the decoy.
They are making sure that this shot was officially good.
So again, you got KD here. They don't want to leave him. Şengün's going to come across, and he's going to bury snap back. And this is why you have Amin Thompson, 6'7", okay, with the excellent ability to pass. Watch the direct snap pass, and you got Reed out here to spread the defense. Great draw up there, and again, everything's live, so you got to respect the three-point line.
The basket was counted. The ball cleared the net at .2, and that'll be put back on the game clock. No team will be able to substitute in this situation unless there's a timeout taken by Orlando.
So there will be .2. We're not officially yet in overtime, but you can't catch and shoot with .2. You can just throw it up and try to tip it.
How about the touch right there over Isaacs and his length, you know, but Şengün just catches and flips it.
So the Rockets fought all the way back, tied it at 100, couldn't execute an inbounds play, led to an and-one dunk by Black, who missed the free throw. The Rockets used their last timeout, threw it down deep to Şengün, working on an outstanding defender in Jonathan Isaac. Got the hook to drop, tied it up at 102.
But how about the snap pass from Amin Thompson? I mean, he snaps it in there.
And now Orlando They still have it now. It's been wild. Remember, they can't catch and shoot, but they can tap. I'm not ready to say this. Now that they put 0.2 of a second back on the game clock, I will not. It ain't over till it's over.
No.
And regulation ain't over until it's officially over and we get to overtime. So if you're the Rockets, you got to be aware that they have some length and some size, and they got some guys with some ups. You got to defend this.
Houston has a lot of length. These are the moments where you miss Big Boban. Hope he's doing well. You can throw him on the ball, but you're going to have Steven Adams playing center field back here. You just got time for a catch and tip. You can't catch and shoot, but you can tip it.
Miami had a wild, crazy win earlier this season. Remember a couple years ago in Miami?
Let's not talk about that. I was trying to forget it when I saw that play.
That was that Jimmy Butler lob on the inbounds, was it?
And so you're going to have Alperen, Jimmy Butler, and I think Wiggins got the last one this year for them.
Yep. All right, 0.2 to go. It's not regulation is not over yet. It's tied at 102.
Got Steven and Jabari in there, and Alperen's on the ball.
It'll be Black, the inbounder. Got to throw it up towards the rim. And now you can breathe at least for a couple of additional minutes until the extra 5 starts here tonight at Toyota Center. Now, through 4 quarters, it's Houston 102, it's Orlando 102. Overtime is next. The ending of this game was crazy, is probably an understatement. It's tied at 102. We're waiting start of overtime. It's been basically Orlando for about 98% of the way tonight. And after just colossal mistake on the inbounds and a turnover leading to the Magic getting the lead back, the Rockets had just enough time to get one more shot to force overtime, and they got it just in the nick of time as Şengün was able to hit over Isaac. And
what did you just see that? 2 guys go with KD. Normally you drop back in the lap, making sure there's nothing for a layup, and look at Alperen. Watch this. There's that. Oh my goodness. We're glad we're in this. We didn't start off great. We're playing with fire, and it's tied this ball game up.
Now remember, Anthony Black did the Rockets a solid by missing that free throw.
He did. Now here's the thing for Houston. Lead this crowd, get off to an early start, and don't play with fire here. You know, put them away early, and you got Orlando on the road. Let this crowd bring you home.
So bonus basketball, 5 minutes to go. Rockets, again, they've only had the lead 3 different times tonight. 2-0, 4-3, 95-94. Carter, he's got 5. Adams will take the jump with him at midcourt to start the OT. And it's won by Houston.
All right, Houston with the Monstars out there. He wants the mega lineup.
Back to Thompson, in on Black, gets to the rim, missed it, tapped by Adams, no.
And Thompson has been his quietest game so far.
Yeah, he's 2 for 11. And they strike first, there goes Bane. Now with 24. First overtime games of the season for both of these teams. Şengün on Bane, spun into Black, kept the ball, finds Smith, the 3 from the wing, short tap Şengün, no, rebound, Şengün took it away from Carter, stays with the play, missed it, tapped by Adams, tapped by Şengün, Şengün still has the ball, he's working, goes behind the back, that is why the Rockets are the best offensive rebounding team in the league, because they are relentless on the offensive glass.
I don't know how he kept his hand on the ball that whole time through. That is wizardry.
And Bane scores again after the Rockets pulled a rabbit out of their hat.
Min Thompson's going to have to go take Bane. That's got to be his assignment right now.
Bane has 15 points since the start of the fourth quarter. 26 for the game. Durant to Şengün, the catch. There goes the man Thompson on the other side to stuff it down.
Now Houston's got to find a way to get a stop here. Okay, you got him in Thompson on Bane. Load up here. You know, if you got a non-shooter, get up there and show help.
Bane one-on-one with Smith, pulling back to three. Rinse off Şengün the rebound. The Rockets are a plus 17 on the glass. But those 2 second chance points that Steven Adams just scored, they only have 8 of those. As a result of all those rebounds tonight. But they got a big 2. Durant goes to Adams, to Şengün. Thought about it.
Gotta go.
Now spins off Wagner, comes baseline, throws up, misses everything. And then Adams ties up Carter, goes over the top of Carter. And then we're gonna have a shot clock violation.
There's a lot going on there. Houston gonna need another stop, but you can't run out of gas.
You got Steven Adams out there chasing after basketballs like he's hungry, hungry hippo.
I don't know if the kids remember Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Yeah, the older crowd does.
I do. So here's the thing, they're setting the screen and then letting Bane go one-on-one, trying to attack Jabari. Let's see if who they want here.
Wagner's got 27. Wagner frees himself up, high arcing 3, no. And a rebound tapped by Şengün to Adams.
Steven Adams calming this game down with his rebounding. Here's the mismatch, be ready to play.
Şengün backing it on Bane, shoots over the top of Bane. And the foul! 29, 10, and 8 for Alperen Şengün, and the Rockets have just matched their biggest lead of the entire game.
Big play there. You see him mouthing the words, "He can't hold me," and shooting a spinning floater from the elbow. I mean, as tough as it gets for Alperen Şengün, and our guys are gassed, man. They've been working tonight.
Biggest lead for Houston was 2-0. And now their biggest lead of the game is 109-106.
Again, gotta get another stop. They're playing through Bane.
Durant with 33, Şengün with 30. Şengün has scored 13 points since the start of the fourth. Black, the contact, the bank, and the make. He'll get one and a chance to tie it up. Now remember, he missed that big free throw after that crazy inbounds that the Rockets turned over that he scooped up and beat Şengün to the rim with the dunk +1. This for Black, who's 2 for 4 at the line. Can tie it up if he can make it at 109. Şengün now has 5 personal fouls. Makes that 109-109. Right back to Şengün every time down.
Keep in mind, he's got 5.
Both these guys have 5. Backing him down, over the shoulder, short, gets his own miss, comes back with it. No, rebound off of Wagner. It went off the hip of Wagner.
That's why Steven Adams is in there, man. He's been commanding the glass, and just the way this game has gone, Ime understands. I'd rather take second and third chances. Get in there, Steve-O. I'm going to trust his veterans. Look for the direct to Şengün. Somebody's got to get open. They're double teaming him.
Over the top to Durant, the swing to Thompson, dangerous pass, good catch. Back to Şengün, off the bounce to the cup, off the glass, too strong. Rebound again to Houston, and there was a foul in there they're going to call. Is it on Şengün? Oh, it's on Steven Adams, not Şengün. He would have fouled out. Steven Adams called for the foul, and free throws for the Magic here with 65 seconds to go in overtime as the Rockets are over the foul limit. And it's going to be Tristan De Silva. 86% for his career, 82% this season. First time at the stripe tonight. He has another really important free throw. And if he also misses this one, it's free Whataburger for the people here inside of Toyota Center. So, a lot going on. Just missed his first attempt of the game. He's been really good this year. 1 for 2. Breaks the tie. 1 minute to go. In overtime, 110-109 Magic. Durant weaving inside to Thompson.
About Amin Thompson getting underneath the defense and the vision from Kevin Durant. Okay, you got to get a stop here, though.
6 apples now for Kevin Durant. 33 points, 5 rebounds as well. Rockets by 1. They seesaw back out in front. Black working on Şengün. He's playing with 5 fouls, defends him well, comes into a cutting Wagner. It's blocked by Jabari Smith Jr.
Got to take this game still. Only a 1-point game. This can ice it.
They're going to spread the floor for Durant. Defended by De Silva. Thompson sets the screen. No, he doesn't. Durant still one-on-one. Durant into the paint. Durant rises up. Durant scores! Timeout Magic! Houston up 3. 9.2 to go in overtime. Kevin Durant again. And again, he's been doing it his entire career.
When we say he's one of the best to ever do it, I think everybody in Houston is understanding why. Amin Thompson runs into a pick and roll a couple times. They're saying, no, young fella, not right now. Get out of my way. I'm one of the best one-on-one. Jamal Mosley, if you don't double team me, I will burn you all game long. Don't leave me, and he does there. Now for Houston, the big focus is you're up by 3, so the 2 doesn't beat you, the 3 beats you. You have to communicate on all of these switches. Watch this play again. He's beat, nope, young fella, stay low. I don't want it. I got the matchup I want. Take my time, get to the left hand. That's money right there. De Silva's going to give up the left hand. He's going to take it and make it every time. And for the greats, he just getting to a spot and pulling up. I'm 7 feet, you're not. I'm one of the best. Go ahead and take these buckets.
So, if I'm not mistaken, his last 3 buckets have been the 3 to give the Rockets a lead at 95-94, the 3 to tie it at 100, and now the 3 to give the Rockets a full 1-possession lead at 113-110 with 9.2 to go here in overtime. He may have hit another shot as well. Nope. His last 3?
Well, Craig, for how long had Houston been saying if Houston just had a closer, if this group just had a closer, well, guess what? They got one of the best to ever do it. Need to stop here. Again, communicate the switches. Big-time defensive play from Jabari Smith Jr. last time down on Wagner.
Hogan and Aaron Holiday out there as extra perimeter defenders. The Magic need a 3.
Yeah. So you're gonna foul. You're not even gonna give him a chance at the 3. Let's make it a free throw contest. You got Kevin Durant there also. So now you got a guy you can throw it to and close out the game with free throws.
Now they got Wagner. Jabari picked up his 5th. Wagner's 8 of 11 at the line. They need.
And do they make the first and miss the second? So you're gonna sub in the rebounders. Okay, now he's gonna look to miss. So you got to get in. And
now they do have a timeout. The Magic still have a timeout. So now the Rockets get big again up front. Smith, Adams, Şengün, De Silva, and Carter. Those are the 5 men that are around the free throw lane. You got Wagner just made the first. Here's the second. His team down 2, 8.7 to go. They had a timeout. He made them both.
Get it into Kevin Durant. Throw it up high. Get it to him. That might be a foul before the whistle was in.
No, Rockets called a timeout. They had 2 left.
Okay.
So now the Rockets leading by 1 with 8.7 to go. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a little bit of a deep up one. We got to execute this inbound. The last time Şengün did so, it turned into a turnover and a bucket for the Magic.
Just somehow get it to Durant. He got some more speed in with Reed Sheppard this time. And Aaron Holiday also was an excellent free throw shooter.
Again, both teams still have a timeout left in their pocket. Şengün defended by Carter.
Throw it up to him. There you go.
Durant.
There you go.
They get it into Durant. Swings it to Sheppard. Sheppard finally gets wrapped up, and the Rockets were able to take half of what was.
Katie's got to hold that ball.
8.7 down to 4.1, so the Rockets able to take off more than 4 seconds off the remaining time here in OT. Now you got Reed Sheppard going to the free throw line for the first time this evening.
In my opinion, let Reed getting the opportunity, but give KD hold that basketball. Don't let anybody else get the ball.
And some more situational substitutions for both teams.
Yeah, you got some size in there for a lot of size for Orlando.
Batase, Carter, and Isaac. Makes them both. Orlando using their last timeout.
Big
Wild night tonight here at Toyota Center.
Yeah, big free throws there from Reed Sheppard. So again, Houston likely gonna foul, and that's smart. You just run this game down. So let this ball get in and foul, and don't allow them to even get a three-point look.
The Rockets are the NBA's best rebounding team. Orlando, they're a pretty good rebounding team too. They made a 7th in the league in rebounding percentage, but tonight the Rockets have out-rebounded them 60-38. 4 players tonight. Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Şengün, Amen Thompson, and Steven Adams have 10 or more rebounds. First time in a very, very long time that has happened. And let's be honest, the rebounding for Houston didn't really start to heavily tilt in their direction until the 4th quarter, when things really started to tip. The scales really started to tip their direction, especially on the offensive glass late in this one. Big shots for Durant, 3 of them. The tying hoop at the end of regulation by Şengün. And the Rockets trying to hang on and win. 4.1 to go in overtime. Orlando now officially out of timeouts. They need a 3. Rockets fouled them the last time they were in this situation just a few moments ago, not allowing them to even get a chance to tie it. Okogie back out there.
So again, you foul and just make sure no 3 gets up.
De Silva comes in. They got Carter. Jabari got Carter, and that's what you definitely want to do, is when a guy's back is to the rim, foul him, because you're not in a scoring position there. Jabari has fouled out, but they got Carter. His back was to the rim. The Rockets do what they had to do. Now 3.4 to go in overtime, and Wendell Carter going to the foul line where he's 2 for 2. And 79% on the season, 73% for his career.
And, you know, keep in mind, these are pressure free throws for Orlando, too, just to even try to have a chance. This can weigh down on you.
Here come the Giants again, or at least.
Now, this is the one that he's going to miss. He's trying to have an opportunity with.
It's just Batase coming in. Isaac was there as well, but did not check in.
Well, ideally, you'd like Carter being one of the guys barreling in rather than getting a chance. Got to box out.
He banked it in, but there was a lane violation on the Magic. What?
Yeah,
it was on the free throw shooter, Wendell Carter Jr.
And he crossed the line. And again, that's why I said you want him being one of the rebounders, and he made it on top of that. Ideally, get the ball to Kevin, and then Throw it up to Kevin. Let him close the game out.
Yeah, you're Houston, you still got to get the ball inbounded here.
Very much so. And keep in mind, Houston turned the ball over. That's why you're in this predicament.
Jonathan Isaac now back in. Şengün, the inbounder, just to the left of his bench. In the backcourt, comes into Thompson. Thompson fouled by Carter, who is officially fouled out now with 1.8 to play. Amen Thompson going to go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. By the way, those two makes by Reed Sheppard at the free throw line. He'd only been 4 for 7 in the line all year up until those two makes, so calmly knocked him down.
No, he did. And again, great for the experience, but in that situation, you want KD to just hold the ball.
One more to seal the deal. Makes them both. Houston's biggest lead.
Let him take the shot.
Just don't foul them. The heat by Bane, and the Rockets have won the game. Somehow, some way, they survive and beat the Magic tonight. Kevin Durant with 35, 3 massive buckets down the stretch. Şengün tied it up. At the end of regulation, he went for 30, almost triple-doubled again. The Rockets with a plus 22 on the glass. Reed Sheppard with 16 points, those two makes the line. How about Amen Thompson? 4 for 4 at the line. He's now 19 of his last 21 at the free throw line in his last 6 games. Crazy night tonight at Toyota Center. The Magic's winning streak ends. The Rockets' winning streak continues at 4 straight, now 9 wins in Houston's last 10 games, as they have a couple of days off before they play again up in Cleveland. Unreal. I mean, the Rockets didn't get the lead after it was 4-3 early the first quarter until Kevin Durant gave it to them late in the fourth, 95-94. And they win it 117-113. Durant again, easy money sniper. Huge for the Rockets down the stretch. And he is standing by with Vanessa.
Kevin Durant, season 19 for you, and you are still the one. How are you able to get it done in the big moments?
Man, I think we just, first off, the crowd, the energy in the crowd. But also just my teammates, man, just, we stuck with it. We started off slow. We were in the mud early in the first half. I think to start that third quarter, we got some momentum, and we just said get over that hump. But once we got to the tie game, we felt like it was our game. So everybody came in and contributed, man. It was some big minutes, big plays. I'll be with the big hook shot to go into overtime, man. So,
Yeah!
So we win.
Yeah!
Shit.
That was a team effort, as you said, but what did you see specifically from the Wizard tonight?
Doing everything. Missed some easy ones, but, everybody just kept playing, So to make that last shot, to hit that, go up 3 in overtime, get an and one, everybody stay poised, man. That's the name of the game for us.
Amin, Reed, Bari, so many guys had important shots and important plays. What does a win like this say about the young guys?
Yeah, we're growing. We're figuring things out. We understand late in the game what we need to do in order for us to be successful. And each game we go through stuff like this, the better we'll become as a team. So glad we was able to get a win.
What about this Rockets team makes you feel like you can beat anybody?
Just the energy we play with, the togetherness that we play with. We got a great coaching staff that go through every detail and prepare us the right way. So looking forward to next game.
And a good win on your bobblehead night, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We had to.
Thanks, Kev.
All right.
What a game for Kevin Durant. He's still got it after all these years. Craig?
Yes, he does. Welcome to H-Town, Kevin Durant bobblehead night, and KD delivered with 35. So too did Alperen Şengün. And the Rockets were the magicians tonight. against the Magic as they pull a win out of the hat. This was the shot to tie it at the end of regulation, and the Rockets ultimately take it to keep their winning streak alive. 117, 113, one more look at it. The hook over Jonathan Isaac. Big time bucket for Alperen Şengün and Kevin Durant. How good has this guy been in a Houston uniform? 3 huge makes for Houston. Sediment Thompson, I don't need that screen. I can do it myself. And of course he delivers. 35 for him. Rockets win the game. And they are rolling now 9-3 on the year.